I'm most grateful for in being a part of this community for years is the sense of confidence this tight-knit community has instilled in me to be able to go out in the world and positively integrate myself and really take advantage of great opportunities with a sense of confidence in myself and in the Muslim community.
MET is very empowering because it empowers our ideas. It empowers opportunities that we probably wouldn't have been able to do alone, but they are there to back us up on that journey. And I think that's one thing that I can genuinely and wholeheartedly say that not many people have that. So we're very lucky and blessed to have that.
Even though MET has grown so large over the years, it has still maintained its core values of developing the mind, body, and soul.
The goal that time was to provide an Islamic environment for our children growing up as American Muslim. That was the goal. How we are going to raise them to emphasize our Islamic culture. So it was a responsibility to provide the environment and the education, of course.
There were no centers, there were no mosques. As a matter of fact, I don't believe that there was even an organized Friday prayer. And at that time, really, there was nothing that was identified clearly as the Muslim community separate from the Arab community. Both of them were fairly small, and so the tendency to stratify them was not there and was not an issue.
I met Wajdi in 1987 at Portland State, and at the time there was no place that we can call home as a Muslim community. Right? So Wajdi had a great vision of building and establishing MET with his colleagues, and look at what it has become today.
I think the foundation has been laid, one that's been on the foundation of the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet, and the right intentions, and that's what the Muslim Educational Trust is founded on.
I feel very good about the MET. Actually, I think that the MET has put the Muslims on the map in Portland, in my opinion, because of the fact that even though we have a significant number of Muslims present there, they have been living in their own cocoon, and this MET has really integrated the Islam in the society here.
The healing and unifying function of MET is like no other transnational or cross-ethnic interfaith organization that we have. This is the broadest, most open-hearted, open-minded way to proceed in America, to make America richer.
I'm enormously grateful for the role MET has played as a bridge builder, as a convener, as providing a safe place for people of all faith, and has helped us as a community come together and celebrate what we share in common. We will only make progress as a community when we celebrate what we share in common. And MET has been in the forefront of doing that.
This idea that with MET's work, we can actually create a more just and welcoming community for everyone. I just hope people recognize what a unique and important resource this is to our region.
I'm a big fan of MET. I've known this organization from day one. Their vision of what they want to do from the education perspective is fantastic. I mean, I can't wait when in my life this institution of education becomes big, that even non-Muslims start sending their kids. That is really my vision, that this is a high school, and in high school, just like people send their kids to other private schools like OES and Catlin Gable, they will say, hey, we are going to send kids to the Islamic Academy.
And they have done a fantastic job, because I think what they have done is bring up students in a very, very balanced way between the secular knowledge, dunya, and the religious knowledge, deen. And that's exactly what we need today, in today's world. Muslim kids who are proud of their heritage, Islamic heritage, proud of their cultural heritage, and proud Americans as well.
When I first came to this country years and years ago, there was not in Oregon a Muslim school like MET, so we are really fortunate to have the school, and we all need to help the success of the school and have it continue to thrive.
And we encourage all parents and other people in the community to get involved and volunteer your time in whatever capacity you feel comfortable. Make sure that it succeeds in the long run. Thank you.
This institution really, I think, is an example of how Muslims are portrayed and the positive contributions that Muslims make in this society.
So I see MET as a convener, almost like a network hub, right, where the Muslim Educational Trust is bringing stakeholders and community leaders and community-based organizations. It's really a place where we can all come together here in a place where we are most open-minded to understanding each other and to working for our community, to promote community harmony and peace and safety. And I just see that the Muslim Educational Trust role here in Washington County and really in the Portland area, because we see firsthand how the MET draws leaders, not just from our county, but from the Portland metro area and from the state of Oregon, and perhaps beyond in the future. I think the future is really limitless for the Muslim Educational Trust.
Happy anniversary, MET! MET is dear to us, and it's come a long way from few children in school to this many today with a big waiting list. And we are proud to say that MET has really done a fantastic job bringing people together, not only the school but just bringing the community together and giving them a good view of Islam and giving them an idea of what Muslims really stand for, especially in this country where we are biased. So we are just happy to be here today, and we just hope that you can continue supporting MET. It's important that we also support this organization. Without your support, it's going to be very difficult for us to go to the next step.
When we started MET, there was a real gap, and that was not only for kids, but for adults to learn about Islam. It was really the very early beginnings. And step by step, we have what you see here. But this is not where it started. It started so small in my basement. It was a lending library, and then from there it grew, and finally what you see here. And it's someplace that you can really feel you belong there, and you're part of a community that's much larger than what you look like or how you sound or what language you speak, and that's worth making a sacrifice for. So congratulations, MET. 30 years is a phenomenal number to hit, and we hope that everyone supports another 30 years at least.
So MET is a professional organization. Its main focus is education. Its main focus is to cultivate a relationship between Muslims and non-Muslims, and that is really a thing that is going to be permanent and it's going to be continuous, in the future. So it will always stay relevant.
Colleagues, our next item is a proclamation celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Muslim Educational Trust. I just want to thank you for bringing the community together, particularly during challenging moments. At a time when our community could be divided, you've brought us together. And that's what I hold dear. That's what I think about when I think about the Muslim Education Trust. It's become a touchstone not just for the Islamic community, but it's become a touchstone for all of us. And that's because of your leadership and your hard work. And I want to thank you for it.
And thank you to our presenters and the founders and supporters of the Muslim Educational Trust for your 30 years of service to our diverse Islamic community members, many of whom reside in Portland. Since 1993, MET has been a leading convener, community builder, and gathering center point for the Portland metro community.
Today, I'd like to take a moment to thank the Muslim Education Trust for their service to our community for the past 30 years. As we have heard, since 1993, the Muslim Education Trust has worked to enrich the public's understanding of Islam. Islam has had a profound and positive impact on our country, our culture, and our city. When the right to freedom of religion was written into the Constitution of these United States, our founders meant the freedom to embrace all religions, including Islam.
Ron Wyden here to congratulate all of you at the Muslim Educational Trust for 30 years of truly incredible work. Over the years, I've been heartened to see MET's success in building bridges, advancing real dialogue, and increasing civic engagement in Portland's growing Muslim community. MET has truly been a driver in enhanced quality of life for the Muslim community in the Portland metropolitan area, and a well-deserved congratulations on being fully accredited to teach young Muslim Oregonians from pre-K to graduation day. I've always so enjoyed my visits to the community center and meetings with community members. I'm looking forward to the next time I get the chance to swing by. Thanks for all you do. Big, big, big cheers to 30 years.
Greetings to all my friends at the Muslim Education Trust, and congratulations on celebrating 30 years of not only educating and empowering Portland's Muslim community, but 30 years of building bridges of understanding between religious communities and contributing in incalculable ways to the social and civic life of our state. All the way back in 1993, all of you founded an organization on a vision of enriching the public's understanding of Islam, dispelling common myths and stereotypes, helping to educate and inspire future generations of community leaders. And you have succeeded. You have turned that vision into a reality. Your monthly forums have brought together groups and organizations that represent over 48 different ethnic groups speaking more than 80 languages and dialects to share thoughts, to share ideas, to engage in a constructive dialogue on a broad range of topics. This year, your Islamic school and academy will have graduated 13 consecutive classes of seniors with a 100% college admission rate. Your Youth Ambassador Club has helped get high school students civically engaged in their community. You have helped launch interfaith organizations, turning walls that too often divide us into bridges that bring us together. There is so much for you all to look back on and to celebrate tonight. But in addition to looking back, we need to look ahead, especially as we approach Ramadan, a month of reflection and community. We need to recommit ourselves to the vision that your trust, your Muslim Education Trust, was founded on, the vision of working to make Portland metro area one of understanding, compassion, love, and unity. Because sadly, as you all know too well, recent years have seen voices of hate, voices of bigotry and intolerance growing louder across our nation. So we need to work extra hard to build those bridges of understanding that will drive out darkness. As it says in the Quran, humanity is but a single brotherhood, so make peace with your brethren. We must keep working, keep striving to create a more just, a more peaceful world for all, just as the Muslim Education Trust has been doing for the last 3 decades. I look forward to continuing to be a partner in these efforts in the months and years to come. So enjoy your evening, and please keep up your important, inspiring work, and may you have a very happy and blessed Ramadan.
Good evening. I'm honored to be able to share this message in recognition of the Muslim Educational Trust's 30th anniversary. I wish I could be there in person, but again, I'm honored to be able to share this video message. As I think about the accomplishments over the last 30 years, I reflect on how significant this achievement is for the MET and what it means for our community. In terms of the significance of this achievement, 30 years is quite a long time for the MET to be in our community, part of our community, and giving back to our community. And there have been so many changes over the last 3 decades. Changes not just in Washington County, but in the entire metropolitan area in the state of Oregon, and changes on the national level. And MET has been with us throughout all of that. And when I think about what it means to have the MET here as part of our community, I think about how important the MET has become to building a just and a safe and a prosperous Washington County. On a personal level, though, I think of a story when I first had the opportunity to be involved with the Muslim Educational Trust and the men and women there. And that story is 6 or 7 years ago. I came to the Muslim Educational Trust because we needed to have some conversations about some difficult issues in our community, and I didn't know what to expect. I had never set foot in the doors. I had never walked on the property. I had just driven by many times, not quite knowing what was there. And what I found was a beautiful, wonderful, vibrant community full of people who are dedicated to making sure that our Washington County and our Portland metropolitan area is a safe and just area for everyone. The difficult conversations that we had about the issues soon turned to friendships and a building of trust together as we realized that we need to continue conversations and build trust and better dialogue between law enforcement and diverse community leaders. And out of that came our Building Bridges of Understanding initiative. And I am so proud to be able to call the men and women at the Muslim Educational Trust my friends and my colleagues. I feel like I'm a better person and a better district attorney having known the people there and built the relationships that we have. And I truly believe that the Muslim Educational Trust is a jewel in our community and a beacon of light for everything that we hope to be and everything that we stand for. So again, I wish you my heartfelt congratulations as a district attorney in Washington County, but also as a father and a community member. And I wish to say thank you to all of the men and women at the Muslim Educational Trust who've worked to make this such a wonderful place for our community. Thank you so much.